Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing so far today? It's Friday, and my sister's coming for the weekend. I'm so excited. Maybe longer than the weekend. So, what's new, people? Our soaps are curing. Hey, I got the other two out of the mold. So I'm waiting for supplies to get in before I can make any more soaps, and I'll be making a couple of Christmas ones, a few Christmas ones, and one or two Halloween. I'm not going to go gung ho for Halloween because I'm not really a big Halloween fan. But today I decided I'm going to do melt and pour. Easy, quick stuff with some of my fresh flowers out of my garden. So I have geraniums and I have marigolds. And calendula petals, which you guys well know, people put the milk zone by the T section, is calendula petals. And calendula petals are marigolds, dried marigolds. They come from the marigold family. So I thought these would look super pretty in soap. And I thought they would look really nice with the geraniums and their leaves. And I've got the marigolds and their leaves. So I am going to dip right in, and I'm going to make them in these square molds. So I'm going to dip right in and get started. I'm going to pour some melt and pour in here so I can put the flowers in, but I want to get them all trimmed. Oh, they smell. I love the smell of marigolds. They smell divine. So I'm going to leave these ones in the cool bag. And then I'm going to trim these just because they won't fit in the mold when they're this high up. I want them to kind of be flat. So I don't want them to all break apart like that, which just did. So I got to be, see, that is where you get the calendula from. The middle of these marigolds is where the calendula petals come from. And that one broke. So I cut it too low. So we'll just take that off. And we'll just throw these right into the soap. But I need to cut these down, but I'm going to cut them while they're in the soap. So I'm going to pour a little bit of melt and pour, clear melt and pour in here. I got it melting on my little burner here and keeping warm. Sorry. So I'm just going to pour a little bit into the containers just to hold the flowers down. So I don't want a lot in each one. And I need to spray that with rubbing alcohol. I'm going to do two. I'll do 3 at a time. I just want something to hold the flowers into. So we're going to start with this guy. We're going to put him there. And then we're going to trim it. And we'll put him there. And then we're going to trim it. And just let it all fall into place. So once that hardens, I'm going to put this yellow one here. Trim it. And I want to put another one, the same, and trim it. So I'm just kind of basically getting these to stay in the mold so I can pour more over top of it. These are going to be beautiful. You're not going to be able to see them until they come out of the mold. So I'm just going to turn this around now and pour these 3. Gotta take the bubbles out right away because this gets a skin on it pretty quick. Okay, so we'll do yellow, that one, and that one with all of its petals, and this one. So trim it. Oh, that one's going to stick up quite a bit. Try to trim this one off without cutting the petals. There we go. Who likes the smell of marigolds? They smell divine. Now I've got some beautiful marigold leaves, which I'm going to put on top. So I'll put another layer on, and these leaves will go on top of that. So I'm pretty sure you can take this part off. It's like the skin that breaks, that holds all of these. So I'm going to wait a wee bit. Get off me. For that's to harden a little bit. So I'm going to do the next tray. And that's that. So let's push these all down. So pretty. And you know what? I'm going to give it a little bit of glitter. Now, I'm going to set this in the garbage here. So I looked it up online to see if you can use fresh flowers. And it said you can only use fresh flowers in melt and pour because of the lye solution will cause it to turn brown. So, yeah, you can't. So I'm going to just place a little bit of glitter in the bottom of these trays, just a little. And then I'm going to put my geraniums in this one. So let's get pouring. Let's grab our, actually, I want to get them out of the bag first. So I even got some geranium. I got all little baby flowers. So let's get ready to pour. Just a very thin coat. Do 3 at a time. Just because melt and pour, this stuff sets up pretty quick. So these are the geraniums. I'm just going to cut the stems off. Stick those in. Ooh, they're turning kind of pinkish purple. That's weird. Might be too hot. That's okay. We'll see what they look like when they come out of the mold. I'm going to let that cool off just a little bit. I think it's just going to turn them purple anyway. So, yeah, it's already got a skin. I want you to stay in there. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm just going to sit this one off to the side. This one here is pretty much hardened up. So now I want to add some fragrance to my melt and pour before I pour it off, which has already got a skin on it. I don't want that. So to the marigolds, I am going to add lemon verbena to it. Just a little bit. Goes a long ways. And then I'm going to give it a stir. Ooh, that smells divine. So now I'm only going to fill these up part way, just enough to cover the petals. And then I'm going to put a yellow layer on this. Like a okay, so I need a wee bit more. That one. And I need a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of fragrance. I don't want that skin in my flower. Whoa. Lots of bubbles in that. This one here could use a wee bit more. And this one. And this one here. And we'll put the rest in here. And there. Now, I'm going to put some of these on, these leaves, the marigolds. They almost look like a marijuana leaf, but they're not. I promise you they're not. I don't want them sticking up. Huh, this one's only got one. I must have miscounted. All right, we're good. Let that sit for a bit. And then we'll move this one off to the side and let it harden up. Let's bring our pretty flowers, these ones, out. Actually, I'm going to give this a spritz with glitter. Oh my God, these are so pretty. Okay. Now, I'm going to get this one poured into a different container because that one has a different fragrance from what I'm going to be using. And this one here, we need to give it a stir. And this one I'm going to put it's called China Rainforest Fragrance. It smells incredible. That gets 1 ounce. And we'll give that one a little stir. And I'm going to take these hard skins off. Throw them in there. I don't want them in my mouth before. Okay. So let's give it a little sprinkle of glitter. And let's get pouring. Just a little bit more in here. A little more in there. Okay, that one's done. So we're just going to put some geranium leaves in the mountain pour. Push them down. These ones are a little bit curly. I'm going to put flat. Kind of hard. I'm just going to keep pushing them down till they permanently get stuck down like that one. But it will thicken. Lots of bubbles popping up. Actually, I think I'm just going to put clear right over top of these. I'm not going to put any color on it because I want you to see the petals. So I'm just going to leave this whole soap clear. Yeah, they will. I have enough to do a whole layer on each of these to finish them, I'm sure. If not, I'll just melt some more in the microwave. I hate the smell of molten corn. I hate it. It smells awful. Scraping. Scraping the sides down because the soap's all hardened on the edges. I'm just trying to melt it. I'll put that back on the burner. So I have to wait till this hardens up a little bit before I put the last layer on. I might tint it a little bit. That's what I'm going to do. Just tint it a wee bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit. So I'm going to mix some mica up, like so little. It's just going to be really pale. Oh, there was the other leaf. I wonder if it's too late. Kind of. Yeah. We'll put it on top of the next one. Slide that up there. I'm going to make it very pale. Just want a light tinge. Which one's lemon vanilla? Oh, that one is. Oops. Okay, that's a pale color. Hi, Strawberry. Your sound is not good. Uh-oh. I'll fix that. Sorry. Thank you for letting me know, Strawberry. I hope that's better. There we go. There. Very light, very, very light. We'll tint them. So, to this one here, I'm going to melt. Oh, geez. Skin is huge on this. I'm going to pour some off in here. Whoa, I probably poured too much. Whoa. Okay. I'm just going to give it a light color, just a very light yellow, light tinge to it. Make it look like it's lemony. Okay, now I need to dose this with rubbing alcohol and fill it the rest of the way. I'm gonna have to put some more in. Okay. I just need to fill one more. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put the fragrance in. Oh, well. That's not going to work. That yellowy? Not really. There. So all we do now is wait for these to set up. Oh. Okay. Now we're done with that. I need to melt a wee bit more of the, so I'm going to move this one because this is pretty much almost set up. I can move it. This one is fresh. I'm just going to slide this out of the way onto my table over here. So I have room to work with. So I can cut some more clear. Actually, I don't need to cut any more clear. I could just use this. Melt a few of these down. So I'm going to turn that, jack that heat right up. I'm curious to see what these will look like. So I'm just going to, oh, that rainforest smells amazing. You know what? It's probably quicker for me to just go melt these in the microwave because it takes way too long on the stove. But I wanted to just do it slowly. There we go. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to go quickly melt this in the microwave. There we go. All melted. Now, they did turn kind of purple on me. So, and this might be way too hot to pour over there because it'll just melt everything. So, I'm just going to let it cool a bit. But I am going to, I think I'm going to use purple just because that turned purple. The leaves did. So I'm just going to get rid of the pink. Didn't want a whole lot. Just want to tint it just lightly, ever so lightly. Because you want to still be able to see I kind of like that. All right. And we're going to add China Rainforest to this one. Give it a good stir. Let's see the temperature of this. I need it below 120. Whoa, 148. Now that's way too hot to pour. Because if I pour this on top, it's just going to melt this layer. So you got to let this get down to at least 120. Between 120, something like that. Just kind of keep stirring it till it this might cool down fast, who knows. Let's check it out. 142. Oh my God, that smells so good. Very, I smell notes of roses, lilacs, lavender. Just a whole mixture of pretty flowers. Come on. I heated it up too much. That was just dumb on my part. So while that's cooling, I think I got an idea what I want to do. Just add some pretty purple jasmine jojoba beads to this. And I'm going to have to spray it so these stick. Just little specks. These things melt when they're wet. So I don't have very many people at my live show anymore. I don't have nobody talking. So I don't think I'll be going live anymore, guys. I think I'll be doing all pre-records. That way people that don't like this don't have to watch it. $130. Whoa, perfect almost. Yes. It's still a bit warm. I just don't want it to melt my layer. Yeah. No more live shows for me. I'm done. Wow. Couldn't ask for better measurement than that. Okay. Thanks for joining me. Bye, everyone.